everyone. Welcome back to episode 59 of our Colorado Rockies rebuild here on Out of the Park Baseball 26. And folks, there is no easy way to say this. We might be trading a franchise legend today. We currently sit 52 and 47, 10 days away from the trade deadline. We're five and a half games back of the division, 1.5 games back of the final wild card place. And without question, unequivocally, our best hitter this season, Ezequiel Tovar. He's enjoying 19 home runs, 286 average, 333 on base, 530 slugging at 63 OPS. He's worth 3 WAR already. He is also out of contract at the end of this season. The 8-year deal that he starts the game with has come to a close. We cannot afford to extend him. Believe me, I have tried. This is what I was able to talk him down to. 6 years, 28.4 million a year. That is still 3.8 million more than we can afford this season, even after trading away Aaron Ashby, Jason Dominguez, players that were making a decent amount of coin. So what we need to figure out over the next 10 days is, do we trade objectively our best hitter this season? Do we trade him for prospects? Do we trade him for players that'll help us win this year? Is it a smart thing to trade your best player when you're 1.5 games back of the wild card? Who knows? But that is a problem for us to address probably later in this video, because for now, we have a 3-game series against the Braves, a 4 against Milwaukee, and 3 against the Phillies before we can even think, we can even dream of trading Tovar. So let us get this party started with Game 1 against the Atlanta Braves. I played through the New York Mets series off stream just to save a little bit of time for this episode, and they're one of the worst teams in baseball, so I knew it wouldn't be close. All right, simple plan of attack. I think another goal I'm going to try to do over these next 10 days is give Will Benson some more at-bats to see if it would be worth it to keep him past the trade deadline and not to, quite frankly, just release him. So he's going to get some playing time in left. We're going to spell Alan Ford here for a bit. We have Herrera on the mound. They have Mr. Knack. Let the game begin. The good news is, if we do trade Tovar, then we have just Andahar can stay at short, Howie Lee stays at second, and then we just need to find a replacement DH, which we have a lot of outfielders in AAA. That problem could solve itself. We can move Colby Turner to third and give CJ Sampson everyday reps. We have plans in order. That part isn't the issue. The issue is we would be trading away our best hitter when we still have a decent chance of making the wild card game. As my 1, 2, 3 hitters go down, 1, 2, and 3. The other alternative is, of course, we attempt to extend him. I spent probably 15 minutes of real time trying to get the numbers down. He originally wanted 8 years. The lowest I could talk him down to was 6, as he grounds out there. So we'll see if I can do that. I'd like the idea of extending him, even if he becomes, our everyday DH. He's still a really good hitter. There is value in that. But I think a big question will be, is he worth extending? Because, it's not that we'd lose him for nothing technically. If he walks in free agency, we would obviously extend the qualifying offer, and so we would get, at the very least, a draft pick. However, the odds that the player we draft with that pick becoming anything close to Ezequiel Tovar's production is quite low. Ryan Ritter, an old friend. For those who don't know, where's Ryan Ritter? In year one of the save in 2025, he was one of our most consistent hitters, which is an insane thing to say. He had 10 home runs, 40 RBIs. He had a 760 OPS. He was playing great defense for us. He was worth 2.3 WAR. And we traded him for two players. The first was Luis De Leon, who is our current ace, lights out pitcher, phenomenal. We also traded him for Felix Bautista, who was our closer for about a season and a half and doing very well. But then, he went to the Rangers and had 45 saves in a single season. So there's that. So we must thank Ryan Ritter for being the foundation that genuinely, like, our World Series, championships were built off of, because we don't win that World Series without Luis De Leon and without our closer, Felix Bautista. The Braves strike first, and we still are without a hit, which is kind of grim. Herrera is starting to get hit a bit, but Benson is there. Will Benson is pretty much the only other question mark in terms of what do we do with this guy at the deadline. I am pretty much just leaning toward releasing him and giving one of our younger guys in AAA some opportunity. I think that just makes sense. Realistically, Will Benson isn't going to be on a team past this year, and he hasn't had 3-run shot for the Braves. He hasn't had that much playing time to really showcase his ability, but either way. Will Acuna make it back-to-back jacks? Yes. Acuna will, in fact, make it back-to-back jacks. All right. I wanted Herrera to get the inning, but I think that's pretty much that. We'll get Joey Broughton warmed up to face Michael Harris Jr. And he gets him swinging. All right. Well, this game has gone from bad to worse. Here's hoping we can at least get a hit. Nope. Still no hit. An error. Colby Turner at third. I think that is the more likely outcome if I do trade Tovar. Colby Turner will take his DH spot, and then CJ Sampson will become our everyday third base. Because Colby Turner this year has just regressed so much defensively at third. Joey Broughton, I need you not to walk everyone under the sun, please. Espinal hits it to second for one. No throw to first. With a runner going home, I would have appreciated the throw, Andahar. Colby Turner doesn't even throw. Ritter out there. Not going great. Must be said, and he hit Santana. Well, that's it for Joey. We're going to get Kevin Teske up to face Austin Riley. And he gets him to fly out to left. Very good. Well, the 5-0 lead has grown to 6-0. Not that I think that run will matter, as we are currently being no hit. So that's a thing that is happening. Still no hit through 8, folks. A second error. This one by Andahar. And Adrian Santana makes him pay for it. 1 run will score. The go-ahead run is, or not the go-ahead run. The next runner is at third. All right, well, we're currently being no hit, which is, not exactly how I thought this stream would go. I'm going to pinch hit for Benson here. We're going to have Tian the man who, you want to talk about a guy who has lost at bats. Tian has, I think, gotten like 4 starts this whole month. He rifles it into center for a line out. But that is what happens when you everyday DH just can't hit the ball great. Down goes Dario Christian Aguilaris is all that stands between Landon Knack and a perfect game. He hits it deep to center. Harris is there, but it's down in front of them. Oh, Landon Knack was 1 out away from a perfect game. Oh, no. That's just depressing. Like, I feel bad for the Braves at that point. And Will Vest gives up a 2-run shot. Landon Knack went from having a 1 out away from a perfect game to now having a run on his stat line, which feels very rough. Oh, poor guy. Andahar gets it down. What if we just mess around and score 7 runs here? That'd be kind of fun. Never mind. How you struck out. All right. We lose 2-7. However, they had a perfect game until 2 outs in the 9th inning. So, for all intents and purposes, our offense was horrendous. Special shout out Landon Knack for pitching a gem. Good for him, the 34-year-old. Righty. What could there possibly be mail for? Austin Riley hits his 300th home run. Good for you, sir. I like that he's been with the Braves the entirety of the sim. Hey, our final draft pick has signed. Mike Stewart. We are going to recall him from the draft league because realistically, he might be up in September. He is just going to go right to AAA, which I know that feels ambitious, but like his ratings in AA are spectacular. So I think we're just going to chuck him in AAA, and he could be a September call-up for us. I had a couple scouting reports done on guys that we lost scouting accuracy on our own team. Let me just make sure. Oh, that looked like something dropped. No? Thought one of his pitches dropped there, but maybe I'm seeing things. Nothing for Palma either, which is good. All right, well, we go to game 2, and this can't possibly go worse than game 1. Like, we were being perfect hit into the 9th inning. The only thing worse is if we actually get thrown a perfect game against. I'm going to give Tovar the day off. I'm going to give Tien the bat. We're going to have Colby Turner bat 5th, Ford 6th, Tien 7. I think it's going to be our move. We have Quinn Priester on the mound. They have AJ Smith, Shover, who has already walked a man. We will not be perfect hit for 2 games in a row. I keep saying perfect hit when it's clearly like perfect gamed. That doesn't sound like the phrase. And Condon goes down. But hey, let the record show we had a base runner, and that's all that matters. I have faith. There we go. Clean. Who has the cold designation? Colby Turner. Lovely. I think I'll probably give him the day off for game 3. And Max Clark hits into a double play to end that. Still without a hit, but we have had some walks. That is how low the bar has been set after last game. I'd say if Austin Riley beats that throw out, then I should just bench Andahar right now. Speaking of which, there we go. Andahar gets us our first hit with a leadoff double. We take those. It is going to be kind of depressing when Ezequiel Tovar leaves because he's the only player still left from the 2025 team. It's kind of crazy because that's what 7. So in 7 seasons, everyone from that team will be gone. That'll do. See, Charlie, that's what I need more of. As Condon hits a 2-run shot, 412 feet. Very good, sir. There we go. Colby Turner has a hit. So I'll give him a round of applause. Very good. Next up, Alan Ford needs to get a hit because he's also going through kind of a cold spell here. And he does. I am Nostradamus. Colby makes it home. 3-run, 3-0 ball game. Scored a passed ball. Just called a wild pitch, why don't you? And Tien strikes out. But similarly, as Dario hits a RBI single to right, similarly with Will Benson, Tien just isn't going to play that much, especially if we keep Tovar past the deadline. But there's no real point in moving him to AAA because I have enough outfielders there already. So what do I do with him as Max Clark flies out to the warning track? But hey, we're out to a commanding lead. Let's see if Quinn can keep it locked down. Nothing through 5 for the Braves. And Alan Ford and Tien are aboard. And Dario grounds into the fielder's choice. I respect that the second baseman there didn't even try to cover second. He's like, nah, no shot he makes it. Aguilaris flies out to right. That should be deep enough to score Ford, though. Even with his 25 speed. And Max Clark grounds out, but an extra insurance run. Never hurt anybody. Let's see if Quinn can give me the 6th. Looking a little shaky. Let's see if he can get Acuna. He cannot. Acuna gets it down. Austin Riley is going to stay put at third. Do I let him face Michael Harris? Why not? I will have faith in the starting pitcher I traded for. Soft grounder to second. Easy. Brilliant. Very good outing from Quinn. 6 shutout innings. Much needed after Herrera struggled last game. An error puts Howie aboard, which is rough. And that ball is gone. Charlie Condon, 2 home runs in the same game. That'll play. 7-0 Rockies. And Colby swing and a miss. Let's give Will Benson the bat here for Allen. Get some of the backup, some at bats. And Benson flies out. All right, Benson's going to go to left. And Okuda, who has gone cold because the previous inning took so long, will get back to warming, and he'll get the 7th. Clean from him. Let's see if Tien can get another hit here. No. The answer to my question was a simple and succinct no. Let's pinch hit here. Miguel Palma can get the bat. And he grounds out to short. Nothing doing. Aguilaris gets aboard. I think Christian Aguilaris growing into our right fielder of the now and future has been probably the biggest surprise this season, especially considering I sent him down to AAA after a couple weeks. Max Clark hits it deep to center. Gone! A home run for the speedy center fielder. You don't get those often. 407 feet, his 8th home run of the season. Very good, sir. And Andhar lines out. But hey, more insurance runs. Just every game in the series is going to be like a blowout of epic proportion. Let me get Fidel. Actually, no, I don't want Fidel. I want Fidel to pitch in the games that are actually close. So if Okuda can get me the eighth, I'll be a happy man. I don't think he's going to be able to get me the eighth as Ryan Ritter gets aboard. Double play ball from Santana. Hits it to short. Second for one and first for two. Very good. And now the murderer's row of Austin Riley, Acuna, and Michael Harris Jr. And Riley lines out. Very good. All right, so that'll be it for Acuna. Kevin Kelly will get the nice. How Yuli walks. Very good. Can Condon get 3 home runs in one game? No. Unfortunately, not. And then I'll pinch hit here. We'll give CJ Sampson the bat. And pops up foul. All right. We go to the bottom of the ninth with a 9-run lead. Here's hoping there's no shenanigans. I know you can still pitch Akuda. I don't want you to. Kevin, you've got this. Both Acuna and Michael Harris are aboard. But it gets Kobe Mayo looking. But Drake Baldwin hits a laser to right. All right, last out, Matthew Lugo. Struck him out. All right, we take game 2 of the series, 9-0. Very good day from our offense, I would say. Condon, obviously the star. 2 home runs. Combined shutout from our pitchers. Pretty good. Only allowed 6 hits, 2 walks. Quinn Priester only had 1 strikeout in 6 innings, which is a little rough there. All right, fresh scouting report on How You Lee. His potential rating went up to a 65. Oh, that's hilarious. What a Rule 5 pickup he's been, huh? And then fresh scouting report on Will Benson. This I actually really care about. Doesn't look like any changes. I think I'm leaning toward just releasing Will Benson. We're not paying any of his contract. Like, the Giants are paying 100% of it. So we really only keep him if we think he helps our team this year more than, say, Kevin Elliott would or Karima Yubi would, Jaron Elkins would. And I don't think that answer is yes. So I'll probably release him at the deadline. Let me give Colby Turner the day off. CJ Sampson can take left. I mean, Christian Aguilera is hot, so I don't really want to take him out. If Andahar had a hit in that Giants game, he'd have a beautiful hit streak right now. I'll give Andahar the day off. Tovar can take short. Will Benson can... Do I want him DHing? 55, 55, 60. Alan Ford, 50, 55, 60. Alan Ford can DH. Benson takes left. Let's rock. Luis De Leon on the mound. Spencer Schwellenbach on the mound for the Braves. You know what? I'm just going to hit the half-inning button and hope for the best. No, Braves got 2 runs in. Oh, and they had a third with a solo shot from Santana. Not looking like Luis De Leon's best day. When I have to move him to reliever, it's going to be the most depressing day of the stream. Or most depressing stream of the save, I should say. He is at 48 pitches through 2 innings. Need I say more? And he's just given up a leadoff double to Austin Riley. Well, this feels like Emmanuel Martinez is going to need to give me 3 innings kind of game. There we go. He gets Lugo also. Those were his first strikeouts of the game. It's fine. And he gets Naylor. Okay. Josh Naylor or Bo Naylor? Bo Naylor, okay. Yeah, Bo Naylor stayed at Cleveland for a decent while. All right, Will Benson, earn your spot on this roster. Not great. There we go. How You Lee gets aboard with a double. Condon strikes out, which is grim. And Tovar grounds out to end that. 1 hit through 4 for us. This is another reason I'm just pretty against trading Tovar. Is like we have a decent offense. Rain delay. Well, does this help Luis De Leon's stamina? I wish. We have an okay offense. We don't have a great one. If we trade Tovar, who has been our best hitter, our offense goes from an okay offense to probably not going to make the playoffs, which is my one reason for not trading him. But we'll see. I'll shop him around to see what offers we get. But all right, Kobe Mayo's your last batter, Luis. And he gets him. Well done, sir. All right, that's it for Luis. 3 2/3 innings, 7 hits, 4 earned runs, 3 walks, 5 Ks. Oh, I think he's going to lose his ace status and opening day starter status next year. I think Sandy Ozuna's going to take it. And 1 more run scores, so Luis's stat line looks even worse. And Emmanuel finally gets the out. It took him 11 pitches. Not great for your long reliever, but it's fine. Oh boy. I'm going to be honest, Emmanuel, you're just going to have to eat this. Easy double flip. The pro argument, though, for trading Tovar is objectively this is his worst season at shortstop defensively. Like, there is certainly no way around that. He is usually good for like mid-teens errors, 16, 15. He only had 10 in 2029. This year he's already at 15, and he's played in about half the games at short that he did the years before. So that's not nothing. Martinez gets Santana swinging. Can he get Acuna? Bases loaded. Struck him out. Woo-wee. Bases loaded, no outs, and the Braves can't do jack. Now imagine if this game was actually close. Hey, we have runners. Also due to a Braves error, but you know what? It is what it is. Will Benson. If I just cut Will Benson after this game, like trying to think of any con for doing so, and I can't really think of any. I think it's a Jaron Elkins time. All right, Emmanuel. Let's see if you can get Kobe Mayo. There we go. Fly out to right. Very good. I need Martinez to eat as many outs as he can. I'm not letting him face Austin Riley, who's currently 3 for 3. You got this, Kevin. Genuinely, of the relievers I trust in my bullpen, Kevin Teskey, despite being a rookie who has 13 innings of work in his career, he is up there in terms of relievers I trust. And he gets Harris the line out. Very good. Can we get a second hit in the 7th? We can indeed. Condon and Tovar are both aboard. Here's C.J. Sampson. Strikes out swinging. Not a good day for him. Alan Ford hits it up, but that's going to be caught. Not even a sac fly. There we go. Dario gets the line drive. Run, Condon. Run like the wind. Safe. Let the record show we did not get shut out. It's important that the record reflects that. There we go. Aguilaris gets it down. That's going to score 2. And we have a 5-3 ball game. Oh, look at Christian. Look at our boy. Just turned 24 a couple weeks ago. Lights out defensively. And Max Clark hits the line drive to right, and Aguilera scores. 5-4 ball game, and the tying runs at second. Suddenly, this is becoming much more interesting. Here's Will Benson. Hey, Will Benson hits the line drive to right. Clark scores, and we have scored 5 unanswered to tie this ball game. Very good from Will Benson in what will probably be his last at bat as a Rocky. And how you league rounds out to end my fun. But we have a tie ball game. I think I'm going to have, ideally, Kevin can get me the 7th because I'm also kind of running out of bullpen arms right now. And he does. Very good. CJ Sampson. Look at our boy. Solo home run, 402 feet. We have the lead. So then, yeah, Fidel. Actually, no, I don't want him getting tired. Let's pinch hit here. Give Tian the bat. See if he can hit another solo shot, and we can have a 2-run lead. No, but he does hit a ball back up the middle. Oh, it's Zerpa, our old friend. Probably one of our better relievers for 5 years. Now finds himself with the Braves. Ah, and he strikes out Dario. How dare you? How dare you, my old friend? All right. Kevin, get Ryan Ritter. And he does. Very good. And then I will bring in Fidel to get Santana. I love the simplicity of Kevin's stat line. 2 innings, no hits, no runs, no walks, no Ks. He's a simple man. All right, Fidel gets through the 8th clean. Gage Wood is going to warm up. Unless the game no longer becomes a save situation, that'd be spectacular. So Aguilaris is thrown out. The fact that Max Clark doesn't have a picture is a bit surprising. But alas, he strikes out Will Benson in what is his last at bat for the Rockies. What do you got for me, sir? Strikes out swinging. All right. Gage Wood is coming on for the 9th. He's got Kobe Mayo, Austin Riley, and Michael Harris Jr. Acuna hit leadoff, so we don't have to deal with him this inning. That was terrifying, but Kobe Mayo lines out to center. Austin Riley strikes out. Michael Harris Jr., the Braves' last out. Hits it deep to left and gone. Well, tie ball game in the bottom of the 9th. Matthew Lugo rifles it to left, and all of a sudden, the Braves are a line drive away from walking off this ball game. I mean, I'm going to let him face Bo Naylor. There we go. He struck him out. Well, that damage was done. We're going to extras. Our closer just pitched 14 pitches, I mean. We'll see what happens this inning, but Will Benson's the ghost runner, so How You Lee is up. And he strikes out. Not great for our franchise player. It must be said. Condon flies out to right. Ezequiel Tovar strikes out looking. Man, it is looking like we have snatched defeat from the jaws of victory here. I'm going to get Joey Broughton warming up just in case, but Gage needs at least 2 strikeouts in this inning or else Bono's going to score. He gets one. Jurickson Profar still in the league, 38 years young. And he walked him. Santana hits it to third. They get the force out at first. Okay. And there is Ronald Acuna Jr. Full count. Hits it up to right and grabbed by Aguilares. And neither team can score the ghost runner, which is rather depressing. All right, I'm going to pinch hit here. Colby Turner for Sampson. And Turner strikes out. Oh, boy. Tien hits it back up to the pitcher. He has the speed, and he beats out the throw. Runners at the corners. I am going to have Tien. Oi, chill. I'm going to have Andahar pinch run, and he's going to steal. Clean. All right. Double play ball is off the table. Dario hits it through the infield on the right side. 1 run will score. Andahar gets home. 8-6 ball game. Very good. Aguilera strikes out. Keegan Aiken, also an old friend. The Braves have just taken all my former relievers, haven't they? Oh, and Max Clark hits it deep to center. That's going to score Dario. 9-6 lead. What has Keegan been up to? Let's take a look here. We traded him in 2028. He went to the Astros and sucked. And then he went to the Mariners and did really good, who traded him back to the Astros. It's pretty good. Atlanta last season, he got 34 saves. This season, he's just an average bullpen guy doing really good. Good on you, Keegan. Good on you. All right, Will Benson, I lied. This is your last at bat as a Rocky. And he struck out. Okay. Yeah. Okay, so Colby Turner is going to take third. I know I had Joey Broughton. What's Luis's? Luis is at 81. Joey's at 85. I'm going to go Joey. Do a quick little mound visit. All right. Joey Broughton is up. Acuna is the ghost runner. They need 3 runs to tie, 4 runs to walk us off. Kobe Mayo goes down looking. You know what? Walking Austin Riley, I don't hate it. Michael Harris strikes out. Here's Matthew Lugo. And he walked him. Bases are loaded for Bo Naylor. 2-2 count. Good. Struck him out looking. We take the series 9-6. What a ball game that was. Yeesh. Down 5-0. We score 6 unanswered to take the lead. They tied up in the bottom of the 9th. Then we score 3 runs in the 11th. And that's your ball game. Yeah, I mean, outside of Luis De Leon, all of our bullpen arms did really, really well. Emmanuel had to throw 44 pitches. Gage Wood had to throw 32. Broughton 24. Our bullpen is going to be dead tired for a while. And we do not have an off day until August 7th. Isn't that fun? So let me advance today. All right. I'm making the executive decision. We are going to release Will Benson. I think, not that he's had a lot of playing time since we acquired him from the Giants, only 10 starts, 15 games, but I think there's no real reason to keep him. So we are going to cut him, see if anyone signs him, and then we are going to go to AAA. We are going to grab Jaron Elkins and call him up to Colorado. I think he's earned it. The AI has thrown him at every outfield position. He has a good arm in center field and right. He is objectively poor in left. So I think for now, he is going to be sort of a backup right fielder. Oh, his overall and potential both plummeted. Never mind, stay in left, buddy. What are you at center? Yeah, okay. I'll keep him at left just for the 50s, but he's not going to play in left all that much. All right, series up against the Brewers. And we have Hunter Brown on the mound. I think I'll play games 1 and 2, maybe sim 3 and 4. We shall see. I'll give Jaron the debut in left. And what am I going to do here? Howley is hot, but he just went 1 for 5 and is at 92% stamina. So Andahar will take second. Tovar will take short. Let's give Tien the bat. Let's have him at third. Let's be ambitious. And he'll DH. There we go. Andahar. What a lad. What a guy. Solo home run. We'll take those. All right, Tien. Nope. It's not that Tien is playing for a roster spot because he's going to be on our roster the rest of the season regardless. It's just how many at bats is he going to get down the stretch? Just kind of just where we're at. All right, Hunter Brown, you got this. You got this. There we go. Runners at the corners, no outs at enemy score. Ezequiel Tovar solo shot. 2-0. Colby Turner walks, and Jaron Elkins making his MLB debut. Strikes out on 3 pitches. He'll fit in just fine. Oh, that is funny. Dario grounds into the fielder's choice. Aguilares walks. And Max Clark lines out to left. Oh boy. Man. Brewers get 1 back. Nothing in the third. Tovar is on second. And they hit Colby. Charge the mound. Ah. All right, Jaron. Jaron? Let's go with Jaron. Flies out to center. That's not going to move anyone. Dario flies out also. We are stranding a lot of runners right now. There we go. Christian gets it down. Oh, no, the error. The outfield errors always look so bad because it goes on for so long. Oh, no. Realistically, there's no reason why Colby Turner shouldn't score there, but I understand what the error is showing. It's just the time it takes makes it seem like everyone should have scored, really. But we get an extra run. Hunter Brown is getting shelled on national television, folks. It's not pretty. You can get Kenny Gomez. Come on. And he does. I wasn't worried at all. Never forget when I spent the entire trade deadline last season trying to acquire Kenny Gomez, and the Brewers just wouldn't go for it. Which felt rude, if I dare say. Colby Turner hits it deep to right and flown out. All right, Jerron, let's go. 3-1 count. Will he take the walk? Yes, he will. And he's got really good speed, too. 65, speed 70. Steal, but they did a pitch out to get him. How are you going to do a pitch out against a guy in his MLB debut? What is that? Welcome to the league, Rook. Oh, that's just mean. Dario gets aboard, but Christian lines out. Man. Can you get me the sixth, Hunter? Yes, he can. He is on 88 pitches, so he's not going to be able to get me much else. However, this is the state of my bullpen. So I'd appreciate it if he could get me a couple more outs here. Man, Lord, Ortiz gets aboard. I don't think I'm getting those couple outs, but I'll let him face Jesus, the pinch hitter. All right, he gets the line out. That'll be it. Luis Castellum will come on to face Luis Lara. Which Luis will reign supreme? Answer, our guy. And he gets Contreras. Perfect. All right, if Luis can get me the eighth also, we'll be doing pretty good from a bullpen standpoint, I think. Charlie Condon is aboard. Come on, Colby. Grounds out, but it does advance the runner, which means Teron Elkins hits it to left. That's down. Condon scores. First hit and RBI for the rookie. Somebody save that baseball. Why are you trying? How are you trying to pick off a guy in his MLB debut? Have some shame, bro. A second time. Unbelievable. I want him to get that steal just so he can just declare victory over this, but I don't think it's going to happen. And the saddest pop-up any of us have ever seen. Dario is taken care of, and we're going to the bottom of the eighth. We had the lead again. And two runners are on against Luis. And Arniemo gets it down in center. That's going to score one. Brilliant throw, but not there in time. So, all right, tie ball game. That's it for Luis. Fidel's coming in. Osuna lines out. I mean, I get it. Everyone in our bullpen is tired right now, but I would really like to get through this clean. Fidel hits Ortiz, which, so be it. Jonah Bride pinch hitting. And Fidel walks in Bryce Terang. So that goes on Gastelum's scoreline. And Lara hits it into center. That's going to score one. As Joey Ortiz does not go home. And Contreras swing and a miss. Well, Brewers score 3 to take the lead. See if we can match. Aguilaris strikes out. Max Clark hits it to the pitcher. He has speed, but does not beat it out. He went 0 for 5 today. He's getting benched next game. And Andahar strikes out. Yeah, I mean, none of my pitchers really showered themselves in glory there. Just bad game all around. I feel bad for Luis. Because it's literally hot and cold. March, he was good. April, he got shelled. May, he was the best pitcher in baseball. June, he's pretty good. July, he's gotten obliterated. So, all right. We are going to play game 2 of the series and at least sim game 3. See how we do. Yeah, Max Clark is getting the day off. Aguilaris in center. Sure. Oh, wow. They've made this really topsy-turvy. You know what? Yeah, let's have Aguilaris hit leadoff. Second is still the best place for Andahar to hit. Tian in right, sure, why not? I'm dropping him all the way to ninth. All right, here we go. They got Landon Harmon on the mound. We have Sandy Ozuna and Christian Aguilera with a nice leadoff double. Andahar flies out. Aguilera is going for third, and he's there. And How You Lee grounds into the fielder's choice, but it scores a run. We'll take it. And Condon swings, or excuse me, strikes. Might not have been a strike, but the catcher made it look like one. His framing is a 60, to be fair. All right, Sandy. My bullpen is dying right now. I need innings. As Tian and Christian are both aboard. And the hard walks. Bases loaded. For How You Lee. And he strikes out swinging. Man. As does Condon. Golden opportunity for runs there. Nothing. Nada. You got this, Sandy. Oh, they tied it up. 1-1 through 5. Has not been How You Lee's best time. Condon lines out short. And they go to Jose Alvarado. Face Tovar. Rifles it to third. That's going to be an error because it's the quick animation. Yeah, anytime the third baseman dives to the floor insanely fast, gets up even quicker, and just throws it, it's going to be an error. See if we can do anything with it. Nope. Colby strikes out. How many strikeouts is that for us as a team? We're up to 8. And it is the 6th inning. All right, clean 6 for Sandy. He's on 74 pitches. He's still going. Let me get Okuda warming up. If there's trouble has arrived. I will let him face Joey Ortiz, though. Gets him to line out to Tian. Do I let him face Vlad Guerrero Jr.? Sure, why not? Vladdy, what do you got for me today? Hits it up to right. Tian is there. Got him. Really good start from Sandy. 7 innings, 1 run. That'll play. How You Lee is at second. If they want to walk Condon. All right, 2-1, I'll let him swing. He swings on the 3-1 back to the pitcher, and down he goes. Remember when we had bases loaded, 1 out, and our 3 and 4 hitters up to bat? That was a time, huh? All right, really good start from Sandy. 7 innings, 4 hits, 1 earned run, 0 walks, 6 Ks. Also, poor Vladdy. He was really good last year. This year just doesn't have it. Like he's going to take that opt-out and decline $39 million. Sure. Clean 8 for Okuda. On 13 pitches, I'm going to get Teskey warming up. Unless we can score some runs. Tovar, I'm looking right at you, buddy. There we go. Tovar hits it to right. That's going to be at least a double. And he's in safely. Go ahead, run. Is on second. Colby Turner. Bang. And it's a ground out. Man, I thought that was going to get through. I really did. And they walk Alan Ford to bring up Miguel Palma, who they then walk Bases are loaded for Tian the man. And he hits it up to right. That's going to be caught. The throw is in, and so is Tovar. We have taken the lead. Christian Aguilera's. Some insurance runs? No. She grounds out to second. All right. We take the lead. Okuda is on 13 pitches. I'm going to let him face Osuna and see what happens. Gets him to pop up. All right, I'll let him face. I'm just going to stare at Colby Turner in the dugout for a bit. All right, he gets Osuna to strike out anyway. All right, Bryce Terang. Nah, Terang gets it down. That might be a triple with his speed. Nah, it's a double. All right, Terang is aboard. That is going to be it for Okuda. Kevin Teskey is going to come on to face Yad here. He needs to strike him out. A sac fly. Terang's on third, and we're in trouble. Gets him to strike out. Very good. Joey Ortiz hits it to short. The throw gets him. We beat the Brewers 2-1. Very, very nice from our pitching staff today. Sandy Ozuna pitched a gem. That there is ace material, is all I'm saying. Not a very good day from our lineup, it must be said. Like, Hao-Yu Lee went 1 for 4 with an RBI, but he also stranded 3. Condon went 0 for 4 with 2 Ks, stranded 4. Like, not great. All right, we are going to sim game 3 of the series with Herrera on the mound. We lose it 2-3 as Emmanuel gets popped for 2 runs, and there's your difference. Okay, we're going to play the finale with Quinn Priester on the mound, and then we can pivot to trade deadline shenanigans. Just looking at the outfield really quick. I think I'll give Alan Ford the day off. Teron Elkins can take left. And then Colby Turner, I'm going to be honest, I'm tired of you dropping fly balls. So CJ Sampson can take third. All right, let's rock and roll. Chase Silsa on the mound. And Charlie Condon hits a 2-run home run. There we go. And Jesus hits a home run. Fair enough. Ooh, was that a triple from Mr. Giron? It was indeed. That'll play. Remember when James Triantos was our opening day left fielder? Remember I thought that would work? Dario and Aguileras go down. Please, how can you strand a triple? So depressing. Clean second, though. Max Clark with a triple of his own. And Ahar grounds out to first. I think in real life, Vladdy might throw that home. Because you might as well. It's the third inning. Let's see what happens. But I'll take it. And Condon strikes out. Come on, Quinn. There we go. Clean third. Vladdy, don't do this to me. Softly to third. Sampson's throw in time. We go to the fifth. Nothing whatsoever. Clean fifth from Quinn. He's at 78 pitches, so he's pretty up there for him. I'm going to get Joey Broughton warming up. And Joey has really been unable to get me more than like an inning and a couple outs, so Sam, why you gotta do that to me? Do I want Quinn to stay in and face Osuna? I think I do. All right. He gets him to ground out. Very simple question, Luis. Are you better or worse against lefties? You are worse. Yeah, you're worse against lefties. All right. That's going to be it for Quinn. His stat line looks pretty good now, but if Sam Parker makes it home, it's going to be worse. Here's Joey. We need an infield pop-up. Back to the pitcher. That's fine. Beats out the throw. Damn. All right. Bold of you to allow the double play ball. To third. Goes straight for first. All right. Brewers get a run back. And Vladdy flies out to left in inning. All right. So Quinn's stat line looks a little worse now, but not the end of the world. Come on, Tovar, dude. Don't play your worst baseball right before the deadline. You know, I'm not saying he's playing his worst baseball right before the deadline, but he is 2 for his last 11. Samson flies out. And as does Elkins. I like CJ Sampson as a backup, I think, because he can do backup first, backup third really well. But if he has to be our starting third baseman, we might be in trouble. Clean 7th from Joey. I think that'll be all I ask from him. Max Clark is aboard. Let's see if they walk Andahar. 2-1, take the 4th. 3-1, take it. All right, they walked Andahar. 2-on for How You Lee. Earn the big bucks, buddy. There we go. Hits it sharp to right. That'll score 1-2 if Andahar is brave. He is going home, and he's in. Very good. 5-2 game. And Condon hits it to right. Oh, sure. Now you two want to hit the baseball. Where were you for the first 3 games in this series? Unbelievable. 6-2. Come on, Ezekiel. Give me something, buddy. Man. Not doing great. Get Kenny Gomez. There we go. All right, that'll be it for Joey. Pretty good. Obviously, he allowed one of the inherited runners to score, but 2 innings, 1 hit, 2 Ks, no runs, no walks. I'll take what I can get. Clean from Kevin. He is on 14 pitches, so I think I'll get who do I want? Luis warming up, but ideally, if Kevin can just get me the 9th, save the bullpen. All right, Yadhir flies out. Vladdy, don't walk, Vladdy. My soul can't take Vladdy on the base pass. There we go, struck him out. Kevin's at 26 bit. Remember, Kevin, the man has a stamina of 40. So he can go multiple innings. I just don't want him to because he hasn't pitched that much. There we go. Strikes him out. We take it. 6-2. That'll play. Not Quinn's best game, but really good from Joey and Kevin. All right. So now let us pivot to trade deadline shenanigans. Let's hit the save button here. All right. Let's take stock. We are 6 games back in the division. I am operating under the assumption that the Dodgers have clinched the division because, let's be frank, they're the Dodgers, and they're almost 20 games above 500. I don't think we're going to catch that. So the wild card is our chance. We are 1 game back of the Nationals. Marlins are 2.5 games back. Diamondbacks are 4.5. So we're right there for the wild card. The real question, really the only question is, do we trade Ezequiel Tovar or not? Right now, he is second on our team in batting average, home runs, RBIs. He is first in WAR, second in on base and OPS. He has, and this is not nothing, I've transitioned him pretty much to DH because defensively it's short. He's fallen off a cliff this year. I think the argument for trading him is obviously we'd get a lot of value back. He's a pretty highly rated shortstop, and we know Andahar can play short just fine. In fact, let me set his position short really quick. We know he can play short just fine. We have How You Leave for second. We have Colby Turner to take DH. We have CJ Sampson to take third. We have all of that in place. The downside of it is Tovar has been one of, if not the most productive hitter on this team. And trading him away before a potential playoff run seems very silly. I am going to shop him around. Let's see what we can get. And the answer is quite a bit. I think either we get a very good hitter that I can just replace him in the lineup and help our bats, or we get a young starting pitcher. So, for example, if we get Wilfredo Lara, that solves the third base issue. Colby Turner goes to DH. Lara takes third. I like Lara. He's been having a great couple of years. He's worth 4 WAR this season. Defensively at third, he's not great. He has 5 errors, 96 games, zone rating of 3.2. His range is terrible. It's only a 2. Which isn't great. He's been hitting really well. He has fragile injury designation, but he has not been injured since 2028. He is still arbitration eligible. Could be a really good pickup. If we wanted to go younger, we could get Kyle Sylvia, who was their first round pick in 2027. Really good defensively. They've been playing him at second, and he is spectacular. So if we acquire Sylvia, How You Lee goes to DH, Sylvia takes second, and we have probably the best defensive infield in all of baseball. He has 23 steals this year. No power whatsoever. That's just a statement of fact. But he does have really good speed. Nothing from the Braves, the Orioles interests me, though the idea of picking up Fernando Tatis Jr. is kind of fun. Marcelo Meyer would be interesting, but in all honesty, he's making $20.4 million for the next few years. He has not been good offensively this season. I think I'll pass. Noah Schultz. That is very tempting. He's having a worse year this year than last year, but I mean, come on. You're giving me a guy with an 80 slider. Not a lot of control issues. He's giving up a lot of home runs this season, which is interesting. But I mean, he becomes arguably probably our second best pitcher. It does mean I would have to make a choice with my pitching staff on who to get rid of. The easiest is probably Quinn Priester, but he's also on a decent contract. But Noah Schultz would be really, really good for us. He's making a lot of money. 26.8. We don't have a lot of payroll for that. That's not nothing. I'll come back. I'll come back to you, Noah. Luis Guisays has been pretty good for the Cubs this year. Control issues, though, are probably real. He has more walks than Schultz. His strikeouts are down in the majors. Anyone in the Guardians interest me? Our goal is good, but like, I think that really moves the needle for us. We could reacquire Zach Veen. who we had for the first years of saves, traded him to the Guardians, and he's done okay, I would say. That would be funny. How does Trey Sweeney have that high of a rating? Someone explain that to me. I mean, if we want the best player we can get, Corbin Carroll on 43 million a year. No, it's a terrible idea. I mean, hey, he would be great, but also we can't. I mean, we can't afford it this year. We would be unable to extend anyone we want to extend in the future. Not loving anyone from the Dodgers, Brewers, Twins. Yankees want to give me Volpe. I'm not paying. Volpe also, isn't he out of contract? Yeah, no. Why would I acquire a more expensive, same age shortstop? Come on now. Let's be real. Brian Rincon could be a good get. I say that. He has regressed offensively after turning it around last year. Never mind. Nothing really. Cal Raleigh at 34 years old. I like that the Giants are like, hey, you want this 25 current 45 potential rookie or prospect? I'm like, yeah, sure, totally. Bryce Eldridge wouldn't be bad. He's totally opting out of that final year, though, so I would have him for the rest of this year and next year. That's not a bad idea. They're offering me Jose Suarez. Wow, he has been bad this year. He's worth negative WAR at 26. Where are they playing him defensively? They're not. They're DHing him. That's the negative WAR. Okay. San Diego Suarez. I mean, look, he's on the Rays. He'll probably be pretty good, but I think if we trade for a pitcher, it's Schultz. Well, Brian Churio is rather tempting, isn't he? Here's a potentially dumb question. How does he compare to Elkins? Timber to contact 25, avoid K. Okay. How does he compare to Krish? 5 contact, 20 avoid K. How's he doing defensively? Yeah, he's a pretty good right fielder. Left fielder, he's not great. Center field, he is the worst. Okay. Oh, there's some good players for Tovar, man. The Rangers are even dangling Evan Carter in front of me, who has 2 years left on his 4-year deal. Oh, it's tempting. But I mean, objectively, I am trading one of the best shortstops, probably one of my best hitters in baseball before potential playoff run. Oh boy. I think the two players that I would consider, I think Noah Schultz is probably the best. Here's a dumb question. I mean, trading the 16-year-old prospect, I acknowledge is probably the move here, especially because I don't know how many years in the Rockies rebuild we have left. But also, I like the idea of a 16-year-old kid in single A just doing well. So I don't really want to trade that. And of all of these guys, I mean, Kevin Teskey is going to be a great reliever, but like Noah Schultz is just that good. But he's making a decent amount of money. We would have probably one of the best rotations in baseball if we get Schultz. It then becomes an awkward situation, though, of who do I, if I do get Schultz, as opposed to, say, Lara, what do I do in the rotation? Because Luis De Leon is safe. Hunter Brown, obviously safe. Though Hunter Brown, he's gotten injured twice with me so far, and he's missed about 2 months. That's not nothing. Sandy Ozuna is obviously safe. His stamina has dropped to a 35, but he just pitched 7 innings for me, so I'm kind of ignoring that. Herrera, he's just had a really good year. Like in 21 starts, he's 3.8 ERA, 1.19 WAR. Sure, his Ks are down, but so are his walks. BABIP's low. What could I get for Herrera? I'm falling down a rabbit hole now. Reacquire Travis Castell. How's he done with the Tigers, by the by? Yeah, not good. I think I was correct in my decision to cut and run from my Rule 5 pick. It also did get me Max Clark, which, Wow, Kevin McGonigal is in Erie right now. Why is he in Erie? What have they done to you? This is depressing to see. Of course he's unhappy. What about just prospects for Herrera? No one with a potential of 50 besides Edson Martinez. And I have a lot of outfielders in AA and AAA like him. John Rodriguez is interesting. The 1.72 whip in single A is terrifying. I mean, he's good, but like, do we trade Herrera? I mean, he's having his best year that he's ever had with us. Do I trade Quinn Priester after just acquiring him a month and a half ago? I mean, he's also doing pretty good. Like, I don't know if the solution is trade Tovar from Noah Schultz. What do our starter ERA rank? 7. A lot of that is Aaron Ashby's number is still hanging over us. I'm going to play the first game in the Philly series and get back to and think about it while I do this. Condon and Christian. All right, so yeah, CJ. Whoops. So CJ will take first base and bat fourth. Or no, excuse me. Colby will bat fourth. CJ will bat seventh. Tien and right is fine. Elkins, Palm off the bench. And Dar's a little tired. He's not been great. All right, so a very heavily rotated lineup to open the series against the Phillies. I mean, don't get me wrong. I like Noah Schultz a lot. I also think our rotation has been pretty dang good this year. And I don't know if acquiring Schultz, losing Tovar, and then trading Herrera in his best year to make room is the solution. I would rather just trade Quinn Priester again. But we'll see. Also, shout out Miguel Palma getting an RBI. He had a really good July. if memory serves, and it does. He has a 1,300 OPS in July. That'll play. All right. Tian walks. And Max Clark hits it deep to center, but that's not going to fly. But we have the lead. All right. Turner with a solo shot. Tovar and Allen Ford are both aboard. And CJ Sampson hits it deep, but caught at the warning track. Down he goes. Clean fourth. Clean fifth. And yeah, I think that's gonna be it. I'm gonna do things in reverse. I'm gonna get Gastelum up. Pretty good day for Luis. 5 shutout innings, 3 hits, 5 Ks. Dang. Dang, Luis. Think Luis may have hit a wall. He gets the line out there. All right, Phillies get 1 run back. Allen Ford is aboard. I am going to pinch a run here. Get Elkins in there, and he is going to steal third. And he gets there. Very good for the rookie. A throw in time to get Palma. All right. So Elkins takes left, and I am going to have Fidel come in to take Luis's spot. Also, shout out to Bryce Harper, still going strong, 38 years young. They signed him to a 1-year contract extension. He has a 178 average, 272 on base, negative .8 WAR. Why did they give him that extension? The world may never know. Oh boy, Fidel, you got this. See, never to doubt. Tian is on second. I think their pitcher got injured because they pulled him in the middle of an at-bat. All right, Andujar's aboard. I am definitely relax. I am definitely stealing with him. Okay, chill. Assuming Andujar ever makes the decision to actually run. I tire of this. All right. And the bases are loaded. Colby Turner hits it through on the right side. Very good, very good, very good. Run, Tian. There we go. 5-1 ball game. Ezequiel Tovar is intentionally walked. You dare to face rookie Jaron Elkins with the bases loaded? And he hit into a double play. So, you know what? They made the correct decision. Unfortunate. All right. I'll see if Fidel can hopefully get me like 2 outs, and then Okuda can get the rest of the game. He gets 1. Can he get Leighton? No. The answer to that is, oh, no, he does. Okay. I thought that ball was gone the way it was tracking back. All right, Okuda gets me the rest of the inning. CJ Sampson, leadoff double. And Miguel Palma hits it deep to right and gone. What if Miguel just takes the starting catching spot from Dario? That would be funny, but also terrifying for the future of our catcher position. 7-1 ball game. And they walked Tian. It's getting away from the Phillies, folks. Max Clark went 0 for 5 again. Dude, do we need to have a talk? His on base is down to a 283. Man. Yeah, he really has not had a good month. Maybe Max Clark is only our center fielder for this year and we don't pay him ARB. He's just not doing well. I mean, he's great defensively and he's got speed, so his WAR is always going to be good. But if he can't hit the ball, kind of killing me. All right, Akuda. Buddy, don't walk Bryce Harper. We're okay? Bryce Harper is hitting 300 with runners in scoring position, but he's hitting like 182 total, which is hilarious. There we go. Strikes out Newton to end the game. We take game one, 7-1. Pretty good day from our lineup. Obviously, Max Clark going 0 for 5 in leadoff, and Howie Lee going 0 for 4 is ugly to look at, but yep. Trade proposal. Nobody move. What do they want? They want Campbell Smithwick, who I'm going to be honest, I'm open to trading. I think he's really good defensively, but I don't think the bat is going to be there in the majors. What would they like? They would like to give me Adam Mazur, who has been okay this year. He's worth negative WAR because he's just allows too many runs. He's a lot more hits. I don't like Mazur. What else they give me? A terrible relief pitcher, prospect, and Andrew Salas, who I have many infielders like him. No. I reject it. That said, I wouldn't be against trading Campbell. Would anyone like to do a prospect for prospect swap? I mean, here's my immediate concern. The man is worth negative 1 WAR in AA. Ah, that's because he shouldn't really be in AA. Whoops. I mean, I like him. If I get rid of Smithwick, then yeah, it's Meridian Perez. I still have Sinclair and Marking behind him. In AA. I'm okay with this deal. Let's do it. I think Smithwick, unfortunately, doesn't really have a path to playing time with us at catcher. Even as a backup, I have other options I would go to. And I think also, through no fault of his own, because he never really got injured that much, we just had a big log jam of catchers, and so we never got that many at bats in AA. But hey, we will send him off to the Nationals. We get Ray Rodriguez, who is going to stay in high A. Like, I'm going to get a nice fresh scouting report on him. He's staying in high A. I don't want him touching AA. He's clearly not ready. Anyone else? Oh, yeah, that was also something I did. Off stream, I got upset that no one would take Tucker Toman, and so I released him. He has since signed with the Astros in AAA and has yet to swing a baseball bat. So make of that what you will. But a guy who made our opening day roster this year has since been cut, which is kind of funny, but also a little bit sad. All right, it is the 29th. We have a day off on the trade deadline itself. So we're going to play game 2 of the series. Honestly, I'm going to have Miguel get the bat for a second day in a row. I'd like to get TM some more playing time here. I'll give Aguilares the day off again. TN will take right field. Even though Max Clark went 0 for 5, I believe in him that he can have a bounce back game. You got this, Max. I believe in you. And he struck out, fair enough. Fair enough, but How You Lee is aboard at second, and swing and a miss from Condon. Hunter. You can't allow back-to-back solo shots. Oh my god. Oh my god, Hunter. And I believe in you. My belief has been rewarded as he gets the ball down in left. Easy score for Tian. We're on the board. And they walk How You Lee. Tying run is at first. Go ahead runs at the plate. Charlie Condon, wham! Gets the line drive. Oh, he dove and got it. Morabito ruins my day. How dare you, sir? Jeez, Hunter. I mean, who was the error by? Andahar. Can't really have Andahar getting errors at short, especially if I'm going to trade Tovar. Morabito pops out. Easy now. And he gets Rincon to pop up. All right, that'll be it for Hunter Brown. Not a good outing from him, it must be said. Come on, Tovar. Nothing doing. There we go. Solo shot from Colby Turner. We get another run back. And back-to-back solo shots for us this time. Alan Ford hits it up to right. Tie ball game. Miguel Palma did not get the memo, but he does beat out the throw, so he is on the board. I think the worst case scenario with trading Tovar is we trade him and the pieces we get back don't help us and we miss the playoffs. I think that's the worst case scenario. The second worst case scenario is we don't trade him and he gets injured and we miss the playoffs. Because then it's like, you literally get nothing. Max Clark with a nice leadoff double. I think even though I like a lot of the options we got, part of me is still leaning toward keeping him and seeing if we can get one last good playoff charge with Ezequiel Tovar in tow as we take the lead against the Phillies here. How You Lee just had what can only be described as the slowest steal attempt in the world. Fielder's choice. Really, Condon. It also doesn't help that Ezequiel Tovar is not playing good baseball right now. So that, that isn't nothing. Clean sixth for Joey. Thank you, sir. We're going to get Kevin Kelly for the seventh. I know Broughton is still in the green, but I've watched him implode one too many times. Kevin, don't do this to me. There we go. He gets Rincon. Andrew Fisher, it's it deep to right and gone. The Phillies take the lead. Andrew Fisher, 372 feet, his third home run of the year. Lean grounds out. All right. Well, that was painful. We're going to get Kevin Teskey ready for the eighth, regardless of if we score runs or not. How You Lee and Max Clark are aboard. Please, Condon. God. One of these days, that man is going to hit for contact consistently. Kevin Teskey for the eighth. Clean. All right, we're going to get Gage Wood warming up. Ezequiel Tovar, chance to be a hero. Grounds out to third. Colby Turner strikes out on 3 pitches. Alan Ford, soft grounder to second. He does not have the speed to beat that out. All right, Gage Wood is going to sit down. Kevin's going to get the ninth. Oh boy. Rincon hits it down. Caught by Tian. No runner. Bryce Harper, surprisingly, does not try to go home on that. And Fisher lines up first. Very good from Kevin. We'll get Gage Wood warming up again. Miguel Palma up to bat. He's blown 2 save chances. Time for a third. Bang! No luck. Miguel grounds out. I'm going to pinch hit here. Christian's going to get the bat for Tien. And they walk him. I mean, he's stealing. And he's thrown out. So let's see. Jordan Disson has a 50 arm. Christian has 60 speed, 50 steal. And Max Clark strikes out. That's a game we should have won. But, I mean, Charlie Condon 0 for 4, 2 Ks, left 6 men on. Ezequiel Tovar 0 for 4, 1 K. Yeah, the bats did not come on. We had one player with multiple hits, and that was Howie Lee. Also, it doesn't help that Kevin Kelly gave up a couple runs. Not great from him. All right, let's advance the day to the 30th. No trade offers for us. Okay, I think we're going to play the game. I don't want to sim it because I don't want the day to advance. Howie Lee is tired. Well, that's okay. So Andujar's going second. Tovar's going short. Colby Turner is DHing. And Turner will bat third. CJ Sampson bats seventh. I mean, Palm went 1 for 4. I'll give Dario the bat, a catcher. See what Sandy can do here. Clean through 1. Max Clark aboard with an error. And a strikeout. From Condon again. All right, Ezequiel. Come on, buddy. Oh, they hit him. Don't be injured. Don't be injured. Don't be injured. Don't be injured. Whoo, we're okay. Can you imagine? There we go. Now that's caught. I thought that was out of there to left, but no dice. Samson flies out. All right, Dario gets it down. Keep him moving. Keep him moving. Christian gets it down the third base line. That will score 1. Probably not 2, but you never know. It does. Dario made it home. Thank you, camera, for showing me. Max Clark beats out the throw. We continue. Come on, Max. I believe in you. Jeez. All right, they walk Andujar. Bases loaded for Colby Turner. And he pops it up to the catcher. Well, that was anticlimactic, but we do get the lead. Sandy is at 60 pitches through 3. Isn't great, and now Justin Leanne and Juan Rivas are aboard. Hendry Menendez grounds out, but they get a run back. And Ozuna he's on 71 pitches, and he's in the orange, so not looking too great. Nothing for us in the 4th. Let's see if we can get Bryce Harper. Yep, very good. All right, actually, no, it's the bottom of the order. Let's see if we can get him. That's what I get. That's what I get. Gibson hits a solo shot. It's off the wall somehow. That definitely looked like a home run. But I'm not going to question it. Though maybe I should. All right, Emmanuel, I believe in you. And they scored 2 runs. My belief in Emmanuel is waning by the minute. Colby hits it up to right. That's going to be caught. Andahar makes it to third. Come on, Charlie. I think our offense is back to being feast or famine again. We had too much consistency. Now everybody's like, well, Aguilares flies out with 2 runners on, and we are going to the 7th. Still down a run. It might be too much to ask, but I'd like Emmanuel to give me the 7th. It was, in fact, too much to ask. Rincon is aboard. Morabito rifles it into the right center gap. That's going to score 1. That's it for Emmanuel. Man, he was doing so good for most of the year as a long reliever. Now here we are. Castellum, I believe in you. There we go. Very good. All right. We go now. Yeah, Luis is on 18 pitches. I'm going to get Gage Wood up, even though it's not going to be a save situation. Unless his Condon hits a solo shot. Tovar grounds out. Alan Ford gets the line drive down. He is not the quickest guy in the world, but it should be a double all the same, and the tying run's at second. I'm going to let Sampson hit. Hits it deep. Center field at the warning track. Alan Ford will score. Sampson has a triple. Go ahead, run. Is on third, folks. That'll do. There we go. Dario gets it down. Go ahead, run is in. And just like that, the 9th inning is suddenly a save situation. There's still only 1 out. Well, now there's 2. As Christian strikes out, but they walk Max. Here's Andahar. Swings on the first pitch, gets it past the second baseman. I am not having Dario run on a very shallow ball. Instead, Colby Turner, bases loaded, hits it deep to center field, down in front of the center fielder. 1 run will score. 2 runs will score. And that is a bases clearing double for Colby Turner. It is a 4-run ball game and no longer a save situation. And they walked Condon, so Tovar's going to get another bat. This could be his last at bat as a Rocky. And he walked. Where is your sense of drama, Phillies? Alan Ford gets it down. More runs will score. Oh, man, we have scored 8 runs unanswered in this inning. C.J. Sampson hits it to short. They get the runner at second, and that is that. But we went from being down 2 to up 6. Is that pretty good? I hear that's pretty good. I'm going to let Luis get Bryce Harper and then bring in Joey for the last 2 outs. Okay, you know what? Maybe I'll just bring in Joey for the last 3. Two runners on, 2 outs. Johnson gets it past Sampson. That's going to score Bryce. No. Wow. Why don't they pull Bryce? He has no speed whatsoever. I don't understand. Rivas! Oh boy, that is deep. And that bounced off the invisible wall. And that's going to score two, maybe three. They decided not to zoom out. It did, in fact, only score two. Oh boy. Okay. So we get the win, 10-6. What a wild game. Rough, rough from pretty much every pitcher we threw out there, but their poor guys did worse. I feel bad for Giovanni Moran. Just got gelled for 5 runs. Okay. Let us advance today to the trade deadline. I don't like doing the built-in like real-time simulation deadline thing. So I think I'll just go at my own pace. So we got a fresh scouting report on Rodriguez. Looks like his potential rating is a little worse than we thought, which is unfortunate. But he's going to be in high A where he should do really well the rest of the season. After that, we'll think about double A. Defensively, the 45 range is terrifying. He's got a good arm, a good error rate. The turn double play I don't care about, obviously. But I think a big thing will be if any of that power is real. So, we'll see. Okay, trade deadline. Really quick, let's take a quick stock. Salaries, upcoming free agents. Tovar, we're thinking about. Kevin Kelly, I think we'll hold on to the rest of the way. He hasn't been great, but I think if he's like my worst or second worst reliever, I think we'll be doing pretty okay. Mason White, I've tried to trade from now until the end of time. Nobody wants him. Similarly with Ben Brown, who Ben Brown might be a September call-up to help out the bullpen if there's like an injury or something. So I kind of want to hold on to him. All right. Here is Tovar. Let me shop him around specifically for prospects. So the best prospect I can get him, the Houston Astros are offering a 60 potential outfielder. And that it I mean, let's get one thing clear. John Andrews is spectacular. However, I have Kevin Tesicki, who has even better stuff somehow, probably worse control, but even better stuff. And I have Mike Stewart, who is essentially a clone of Kevin Tesicki. So I don't think I need him. Also, I have way too many relievers in AAA. Is it time to cut Sammy Kova? I think it is. Sammy, my good man, goodbye. That leaves me with what? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 10. Oh, AJ Russell is back. How's he been doing? He's been doing it. Because he's been hurt. AJ Russell's been hurt since, the first. Okay, anyway, back to the trade. So I like John Andrews. I also have 2 pitchers that are essentially like John Andrews. I don't really need a third, which I understand is a very good problem to have. I don't think trading Tovar for prospects is the move. Even something like Johnny Vasquez, who probably in 2 years will be at the major league level, like the man has a 35 arm in the outfield. He has a negative 1.3 arm rating in left and double A. Like, I don't think that's the move. So let's pivot. Re-up the list. Give me everybody. Okay. I think if we want to improve our rotation, the move is trading for Noah Schultz. He is one of the best pitchers in baseball the last couple years, kind of having a down year this year. Whip is a little bit higher. BABIP is flirting with 300, but he still becomes one of our best pitchers immediately. I think if we want to bat, Wilfredo Lara would be a good pickup to take third base. He's got the power. He does not strike out a ton this year. All the numbers are looking really good. If I compare him to Tovar, whoops, do not want to compare to Brem Brown. If I compare him to Tovar, Tovar's obviously better in the power department. But Lara gets me better contact. He gets me much better avoid Ks. I'd say it's kind of a wash against lefties. I think Lara wouldn't be bad. Marcelo Mar would be funny, but I'm not going to do it. The Guardians offered one of their best young pitchers in Melquis Hernandez, but the 45 control I'm a little worried about. He doesn't strike out a ton of guys. Ryan Farber, I mean, I have a lot of outfielders like Ryan. He might be a touch better upgrade over like Christian or Jaron Elkins, but I don't think that's worth trading Tovar for. Corbin Carroll, I mean, let's be blunt here. If the move is get the best offensive player I can, regardless of cost, the move is Corbin Carroll. Problem is, if I do this deal, my available money goes down to 19 million, and Corbin is making 43 million a year for the next 3 years. And defensively at right, he already has a negative arm. His zone rating is good, but his range is bad. So that part worries me quite a bit. Kevin Alcantara is making way too much money. Never mind. I don't hate the idea of trading for like Omar Alfonso if I want to upgrade my catcher position. But he has not played that much for the Yankees this year. And, you know, my Dario Miguel combo is doing okay. All of the young Phillies players that we just took a win from in the series. Henry Mendez, I mean, he's good, but like, he's a negative arm and right. His zone rating is essentially 0. His range is bad, so he's a DH. And he's a DH with not a lot of power. Might get you double-digit home runs in a year, but I don't think that's the solution. I really think if I'm leaning towards either Noah Schultz or maybe Brian Churio. Remind me of Churio defensively. Left field, range and zone rating is bad, negative arms. Center field, everything's bad. Right field, But is like Brian Churio really the guy I want to lose? One of the best shortstops in baseball for? He has only gotten better development wise. That's not nothing. So if I trade for an outfielder, the subsequent move is what? Tian essentially never plays. Christian Aguilaris, I still want to get decent playing time. He's been doing really well in June and July. So then does that eat into Alan Ford's playing time? I mean, that's not really something I want to be doing. Alan Ford is pretty... Actually, that's a good litmus test. How does Alan Ford and Brian compare? Byron, I mean, he's objectively an upgrade over Alan Ford, isn't he? I'm losing a touch of power, but better contact, better eye. He's better defensively. Yeah. He is only 26, also. He's pretty young. What happens to my money? I make 2 million. So Schultz is making 26.8, 26.8, and 26.8 the rest of the way. That's a lot of money for like the Rockies. And the fact that, again, after I won the World Series the first time, our owner decreased our budget and our payroll. Give me one of your best prospects. Wow. They won. Ooh, how's Ginger doing in Double A? Crushing it. Get him up to Triple A. I say crushing it. He's averaging what, like, yeah, 4 innings an outing, essentially. Ooh. Non-starter. Oh, they really like Crawford. I mean, don't get me wrong, I really like Crawford, but they really like Crawford. Um, Jimmy Hughes ain't bad. He just should not be in Double A right now. Clearly not that far apart. Interesting. They want Lombardoni. I mean, I'm fine with giving up Lombardoni. Don't get me wrong. I do not want to give up Ramon Rodriguez. Man, I really want Seth Crawford now. Yeesh. This guy's really good defensively. Don't mind Jack Cruz. He's getting shelled in Double A right now. It must be said. Should I do the deal? Tovar and Lombardoni for Schultz and Hughes? I don't think I do. Where are the Rays? Jack Swinsky still in the league. What's they don't have a lot of good prospects in AAA, which is worrisome. Jeez. Give me Ramirez. Give me them both. Will you give me Nick Johnson? No. Okay, so the Rays AI views this as they're giving up essentially a player of equal value to Tovar, and they won't really flinch. They have a lot of 50 rated prospects, though. Massa's okay. He should not be in AAA. John Rodriguez ain't bad. Will you do both? I'll do both. Can I get all three? Nope, they really like Massa. Okay. I'm quickly finding out which players the Rays AI is in love with. Don't want to trade Vindra. I don't really want to trade Carmona. I'm leaning toward yes on this deal, and it hurts me. Or the Rays in the standings. Well, no, I'm not leaning toward it because they're not fighting for anything. How far are they out the wild card? 7? Please. So Tovar for Churio, he immediately becomes a starting either left or right fielder for us. I can work that part out. He is not. Didn't have a great 2030 at the plate. He has done better this year, it must be said. He's only 26 years old. He does have the fragile injury designation, which isn't nothing. We get John Rodriguez, who is a pretty good, maybe starter, but more likely long reliever in our organization. And we get Gredos de los Santos, who is more of a ready bullpen arm. Do I think that's worth it to get rid of Tovar? Honestly, no. I don't think it is. The more I think about it, the more I think we just hold on to him. Let me advance and see if I get offers. But I think we just Miguel Palma. Why do you keep offering me Adam Missouri? I have zero interest in this man. Go away, Miami. I think we stick with Tovar. I think we roll with it. We're playing pretty good baseball. We stick with the guys that got us here. We got a lot of young pitching coming up. Let's not bring in guys to block their way. Done. We're keeping him. Oh, Joey Broughton's gotten so much better. We're looking good. Ooh, Mike Stewart got worse. I mean, that's fine. Oh, Dalton Wentz got a lot worse. That's a little worrisome. Mason Greenhouse got better. I have so many outfielders in AA and AAA. It's actually crazy. Yep. Ooh, Reed LePere gets top pitcher in AA. Good for him. Yeah, he's looking good. I think we stick with Tovar. I think my argument for sticking with Tovar is twofold. One, he is one of the best hitters on our team this year. As I said before this, he's second in batting average, third in home runs, second in RBIs, first in WAR, second in on base, and OPS. It's one of our best hitters. I feel much better about our chances making the wild card with him than I do without. Right now, we are chilling like a villain for the wild card. We're fighting with the Giants, trying to catch up with them. Marlins are behind us. Nationals are behind us. We keep Tovar. Our pitching staff has done really well recently. I don't want to get rid of Herrera. He is having the best year of his career. This is not the time to cut tail on that. Quinn Priester, I think, is doing good enough where if he's our, worst starter down the stretch, we're okay. Luis De Leon's been doing pretty good. Hunter Brown, Sandy Ozuna are both good guys. Stay with that. That's my argument. I think it's going to suck losing Tovar at the end of the season because I doubt we can make the extension happen. He just wants too much money. I will try, but I don't think we make it happen. However, I am rolling in with my guys. The fact that Tovar had his worst month of the season in July is regrettable, but I'm rolling with the guys that got us here. So, we did essentially nothing at the trade deadline. We made one trade, and it was trading minor league catcher Campbell Smithwick to the Nationals in exchange for infield prospect Ray Rodriguez. I think regardless of how Ray Rodriguez pans out, I think it's probably going to be a win for us. He's going to crush high A. Maybe I call him up to AA at some point this season. But that's it. I mean, we're sticking with Tovar and hope that he can kind of bounce back and get back to his good form in August and September, make the playoffs, and then from then, anything can happen. because of our 3 World Series berths, 2 of them were from the wild card spot. So all we need to do is just get in the playoffs, and the rest will happen there. All right, but that is it for this episode. Thank you all for watching. I know there were not as many trades as we've had in previous seasons, but I really like where the team is at. We have ascended looking at our division graph here in the last month or so. So hopefully we can continue that trend, make the playoffs, and go for a 3rd World Series trophy. Thank you all for watching, and I'll see you next time.